up, y'all? I'm back. I know it's been a while. Don't kill me. For anyone who's been waiting and wondering, like, where the fuck this girl been? I'm sorry, but I'm back. You know, life was just throwing some punches at me for the past like month and a half. So I had to take a break for my mental health and just to get my life back in order. But I'm back. I won't go into too much detail because I like to keep my personal life private. But yeah, if you can't tell, I'm in a new kitchen, therefore I'm in a new apartment. Completely unplanned. This was not something that I saw happening, but you know, shit happens. And back in September, I think I moved here September 29th. So all of like end of August and September, all of September, I was just going through a lot of shit. And I had to get my own apartment for my own peace and my own mental health. So yeah, completely unplanned, but I love it. So for the past month, I've just been settling in, trying to get, you know, give myself a break mentally because I just wasn't feeling it. I posted, I think 2 videos back in September. And even those 2 videos were like, I really pushed myself to post and to record. The last video I like dragged and took forever to freaking edit because I don't know, when there's like a lot of shit going on in my life and I'm overwhelmed, I just pull away from my like, I don't want to say, yeah, my responsibilities, I guess. And I was like, you know what? Let me just take a step back, get my life back in order because it's a mess right now, and then I can get back into it. So we back in a new apartment, my dream apartment. It's so amazing. I freaking love it. I have like my dream kitchen. But yeah, so I'm back. So hi guys. I always get asked, like always get asked, what do you eat? What do vegans eat? So I figured why not do a video of everything I eat in a day. I created a Reels doing like the same thing. So I thought I'd do like a whole YouTube video about it and even share a recipe because I wanted to share what I'm gonna make for dinner. I wanted to share the recipe with you guys, but then I thought about it and I was like, oh, I should just do like a whole what I eat in a day. So I'm gonna start off with breakfast, show you guys what I eat for breakfast. Now that it's winter time, I like to make oatmeals in the morning. I don't always do them. I like to alternate between smoothies and oatmeal, but if I'm cold or I wake up cold, I don't wanna drink a smoothie because they're cold. I like to eat something warm. I like to drink hot things. So, you know, it's just that time of the year where you just wanna feel like warm inside. So I'm gonna show you guys what I make for breakfast and oatmeal. And yeah, let's go. All right, so I use 1 cup of oat milk, but you can use any non-dairy milk of your choice. And also you're supposed to let the milk come to a boil before you add your oats, but I completely forgot and just threw it all in there. But I used half a cup of rolled oats. And again, for spices, I just eyeball everything, but I wanna say I roughly use maybe 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 tablespoon of sugar. And then you're just gonna wanna mix that all up in there, let it cook for about 10 minutes so you get that consistency you like, and then you're all done and ready to eat it. And then I also need my coffee, so we're just gonna make some iced coffee. I don't know if you can see it. I should just angle this down a little. All right. I like to use blonde roast because I read it has the most caffeine and you're gonna be needing some caffeine. And then I use Silk's oat creamer. This is actually really sweet. So if you don't like your creamer too sweet, I probably wouldn't recommend this. But if you do, if you're like me and you like that shit sweet, I would recommend this because I don't even need to add like agave to sweeten this. I just use this creamer and it sweetens it up perfectly for me. If you're not big on coffee, like I am, I don't like the taste of coffee. I need creamer. So this so far is my favorite creamer. So I used to not be a coffee person, like at all, especially not iced coffee. But my best friend Jasenia, she put me on, and now I'm hooked. It's a little more creamer though. My coffee is creamer with a splash of coffee. Some people do like coffee with a splash of creamer. Yeah. And that hit the spot. So if you want your oatmeal to be nice and full and nutritious, and if you're like me and you're trying to get a little thick or whatever, I suggest putting all of this into your oatmeal. I like to put chia, flax, and hemp seeds. I just started incorporating hemp seeds into my diet, and this bag has 8 grams of fiber, 6 grams of protein, and a bunch of omega-3s. And then also for some thickness, I like to put peanut butter. It has healthy fats and it's full of protein. So if you're someone who's worried about getting protein, trust me, you'll be good. It's in our food. Doesn't it look so good? All right, so let me eat this to get back to work, and then I'm gonna show you guys what I make for lunch later. Mix it all in. For lunch, late lunch, I'm gonna make a burger because I need something quick. And no, it's not the most healthy. The Impossible Burgers, they don't bother me. And I try to do a balance. Like, I'm not the most healthiest person, but I try to be healthy as possible. So an Impossible Burger here and there, it don't really bother me, okay? So I have them already shaped. I like to buy the pack of ground beef and season them and then shape them into burgers and then freeze them that way. I know they come in like the burger shape already, but me, I prefer to just, I don't know, like growing up, my mom always bought like ground beef, seasoned it, mixed the seasonings in, and then shaped the burger patties. So I do the same thing with the vegan meat, and I find that the Impossible like pre-shaped burgers are just like huge, and I don't like mine that big. So, and then I'm gonna fry up some fries, and yeah, that's gonna be my lunch. Okay, so time for dinner. I'm gonna be making my vegan meatballs with an avocado pesto sauce and pasta. And this is the recipe I wanted to make a YouTube video on. So I figured since it's really pretty quick, I'm gonna see if I can try to share it with you guys. I did share this on my blog already, so I'll leave a link in my bio if you're someone who likes to print out or just like have like the written steps when you're cooking. But yeah, so gonna be making that because I've been really craving these meatballs, and I figured I share something with you that I already have on my website. So I'll try to make this fast, but I am excited because I could just taste it already. All right, so we're gonna start with the meatballs first. I buy 8 ounces of baby Bella mushrooms. I always buy them sliced, but they were all out, so I had to buy them whole. And I'm just gonna rinse them off before I slice them up. And just a fun fact, I hate mushrooms. So if you're someone who also hates mushrooms and you're like, I don't even wanna try this because it has mushrooms, unless you're allergic, obviously. But if you just don't like mushroom, give this recipe a try because I promise I hate mushrooms so much. Like touching it, cooking it, the smell of it, I'm not a fan. But when it comes to my meatballs, I really like them because I can't taste them. I can't taste the texture. You wouldn't even be able to tell that there's mushroom in it. So definitely give it a try, even if you hate mushroom. It's really not that bad if you season it. So yeah, so I just sliced up some mushroom. I didn't really care about the sizing because I'm gonna chop it up in the food processor anyway. You're gonna want 1 small onion. You're gonna wanna chop that up too. Again, doesn't matter like the sizing because we're gonna slice them. And then you're gonna put the small onion and the mushroom in a pot and let it saute for about 5 to 10 minutes, and put some olive oil in there, so let it cook and let it simmer. And then while that's simmering, I'm chopping up some garlic. I think I chopped up about 7 cloves of garlic. I didn't count. I honestly never count. I just take however many garlics I want and chop it up and throw it in because there's no such thing as too much garlic. So yeah, so you're just gonna let this all simmer together for about 5 to 7 minutes, basically until the mushrooms dry up a little bit. And then once they're done cooking, set them aside so they can cool down. You don't wanna put the mushrooms hot into the processor because it'll make the mixture just really warm and mushy. And then while I make the mushroom mixture, I'm just gonna start cooking my pasta since this only takes about like 10 minutes to cook. And these are all the ingredients that I use for my meatball filling. I use 1.5 cups of rice, 1/4 cup of flour, 3/4 cups of breadcrumbs. And this isn't on my wet recipe, but I had these beans in my fridge and I wanted to add some extra protein, so I threw them in there. And then throw in your mushroom mixture once it's cooled down. Season it with some salt, some pepper, and 2.5 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. Now we're gonna pop this on the blender, chop it all up together until we get like a good mixture. I like to use it on the pulse section just to not overwork it too much. And then once I get like a good consistency, I throw in the cilantro at the end and then continue to mix it up until I start seeing like a ball start forming, then I know it's ready. And just a little tip before you roll the ball, I put some olive oil on my hands so the mixture doesn't stick too much. I mean, it's gonna stick regardless, but it helps it not stick too much onto your hands. And then we're gonna fry these for about 5 to 10 minutes until they start getting nice and brown on all sides. So now I'm gonna make my pesto sauce. I save it for last because since I use avocado, you know, we all know avocados go bad within like 2 seconds, so I don't want brown sauce. So I use 8 ounces of basil, half an avocado, and I use about a handful of pine nuts, but you can use any nuts that you like. I've used cashews before and it still tasted good. And then in replacement of the Parmesan, I'm using nutritional yeast to give it that cheesy flavor. I wanna say I used about 2 tablespoons. Sorry, I don't measure these things. And then you put a bunch of salt and pepper for seasoning, bunch of garlic, and about 1.5 cups of oil. I kind of kept adding it as I blended because I wasn't sure how much was enough because I didn't measure it again. But then you're just gonna blend it all up until you get that nice creamy consistency that you want. And now that the sauce is all ready, I'm gonna put it in my pasta right in the pan. So it's still kind of warm, but I did turn the heat off. So the pasta's done cooking. And a little side note, disclaimer, don't be like me. I'm using a ceramic pan, but I didn't have any silicone tongs, so I had to use my stainless steel ones, but I was super freaking careful because I don't want to scratch this pan. So yeah, so now I'm gonna mix it all up till it's nice and creamy. It looks so good. And now it's time to eat. All right guys, so that's what I eat in a day. I'm about to eat this, watch some Insecure. Oh shit, I forgot water. Whatever, gotta get me some water. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you kind of got an idea of like what you could eat if you are considering going vegan. And if you want to give this recipe a try, it is on my blog. It's livingwithvivian.com. So go ahead and check it out. I have other recipes on there. And yeah, so have a good night, y'all.